Hello everybody, my name is David and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. In the previous episode, we met the commander of Julius, still don't know his name. And it turns out to be the Lord of the First, somebody who was supposed to be in line for taking the throne outside of to take the throne of Garlemald. This time, we're gonna be searching for supplies to go on ahead and help these Garleans with, surviving. We will begin our search for Ceruleum in Regio Urbanisma. The first location is Forum Soleus, a park northwest of the station. You're to remain close at all times and act only as ordered. Follow me. Looks like... Oh yeah, also Alphino and Alize got collared, and now we're effectively prisoners. But honestly, if I were Julius, I would take like a small supply of ceruleum or small supply of fuel. I'm just gonna abbreviate to fuel. We all know that it's all ceruleum and everything, but I would have taken a very small supply so that way they could oh my goodness, this is horrifying. But yeah. Sorry, my brain's like farting. But I would have taken a small supply from the contingent to make things work. Just, very slowly. Like fake it. So, this is the park. I'm surprised they found space for one amongst all these buildings. Actually, the recreational areas came first. The houses were built later around them. A healthy society requires communal spaces for children to play, and adults to socialize. The park was named after the founding father of the Empire, the great Solus Zos Galvus. I keep thinking about Solus and, Emmett Cell. Did we come to extract ceruleum from the wrecked magic armor? No, we've already drained it dry. Same goes for the rest of the Machina in the vicinity. But as our ceruleum's been stolen, we must scour the city for every last drop. And while I don't expect to find anything here, I decided to try one more time, in case something's been overlooked. I see. Then, with your permission, we will commence the search. Alright, so we're gonna be looking for ceruleum around here. Today is the 29th. And so, this coming Friday and Saturday, it's gonna be New Year's time. So, I know that for me as a creator in the making, I want my biggest goal next year to be consistency. I'm gonna be eventually dialing back the videos probably after Endwalker because I want to make sure that my I want to work a lot more on retention rather than production. I know, and obviously just from experience, that I can push out videos like crazy. Obviously, you guys see from the series, I push out about six videos a week. And, I thought I was going to meet you guys back, but I found out I had enough to talk. But I think that the quality of these videos might just take a hit because of the fact that I'm pushing out so many videos weekly. And so, I have some new projects in the works, collaborations with people, and we'll kind of see how things turn out later. Oh, it's you. Any luck? There's no sign of any ceruleum. Hardly surprising, but disappointing nonetheless. I couldn't help noticing you gazing at the pond. Is something the matter? What? Yes, no, It's just... I used to bring my brother and sister here to play. The pond was heated to stop it from freezing over, so like all other children, they would just wade in and splash about. But I stayed there if I didn't drag them out. We'd be sopping wet when all was said and done, every time. And every time when we get home, Mother would scold us, saying we'd catch our death walking around like that. The pool was heated. With the ceruleum-powered heater by chance? I suppose it must have been. Come to think of it, I remember seeing engineers charging a tank beneath the hatch. But that was a long time ago. when the water still flowed clear and wasn't this brackish muck. We can't see a thing. Can't remember where the hatch might be. With the machinery likely broken, the amount of filth in there is probably the only reason it hasn't frozen over. I'd wager it's still unbearably cold, though. Julius, what are your thoughts on magic? The average Guardian would jump out of their skin if they saw it, but the first has a few foreign signal-free and Medicaid, so it doesn't scare me. Then, I take you wouldn't mind if I employed a little right now. Alphino, as you have a knack for finding dry wood, why don't you bring me some? Once that's said and done, a blast of fire should do the trick. Leave it to me. You're not planning to go in there, are you? Of course I am. That tank isn't gonna fetch itself. It's something so involved as extracting unprocessed ceruleum from a frozen lake, like how the takers do. We're talking about a shallow pond in the park, and we have a way of warming ourselves up after. But that's insane. So, fancy a dip? A little friendly competition might make things interesting. Last one to find a cerulean tank is a rotten egg, though I dare say we'll both smell like rotten eggs when this is over. I love a little joking around. All right, we got our points of interest, so I'll meet you guys back in a moment. All right, we found it. Of course, you know, I had to check all the points of interest just in case, but horse is the farthest one out, because that's just how games work. Easy money. You open the hatch and retrieve a ceruleum tank. I hate this. The devs knew exactly what they were doing when they made this. However, your grand discovery comes at a personal cost. As you become acutely aware of the freezing cold and the rancid odor emanating from every elm of your body, Julius will doubtless feel compelled to pinch his nose shut when you deliver him your prize. They knew exactly what they were doing. Did you find anything? I hope you did. I hope you guys heard the sniffs. I had to get in there and just like, you know, take a big old whiff. That's it. And there's still some ceruleum left. Ah, the fire's still not ready. Hold on, I'll give Alphino a hand. This is fun and cute. Call me Nuldan because by fire am I reborn, and my clothes are mostly dry now. I appreciate you recovering the ceruleum, but I wish you'd taken the time to discuss the plan with me beforehand. Despite the way you were treated in Lord Quintus's eyes, you're still envoys of deserving of protection. If you were to die on my watch, he would be most displeased. Your concern is duly noted, but all's well that ends well. Julius, you mentioned coming here with your younger siblings. Did you grow up in Garlemald? I did, not far from here. My father was an accomplished researcher in his youth, and for contributions to the Empire awarded in the state, we lived well, better than many. What was Garlemald like in those days? Everything. It was everything you could imagine, and so much more. Even though in the coldest winters, we always found warmth and comfort at home. Coming in from the snow, taking off your coat and sitting down for a hot meal. Family. Visiting friends and relatives, receiving that same welcome, knowing they had everything they needed. Walking down the street, seeing lights in all the houses, hearing the faint sounds of laughter and song, of happiness. And although the summers came and went all too quickly, in that brief respite, the ice would melt and the forgotten grass makes its triumphant return. Gray clouds gave way to blue skies. Some mornings, we'd climb to the top of the tallest building we could find to watch the sunrise. Never again. The rooftops are rubble, those friends dead, and memories. But if I could reclaim even a fraction of what we once had. Soon, our chance will come. We just need to hold on a little longer. I feel for him. I was gonna say, everything has been just kind of stripped away from him. And everybody in Garlemald even. Because of just what the Telophoroi have done. And not even that, even just before that, with the throne delved in chaos, with Xenos killing his father. All right, now that you've recovered from your escapades in the pond, there's another location I'd like to search, just outside the park. See, the one thing I'm worried about is that I don't want him to become tempered because of how close we are to this and, you know, the influence of the Primal's Aether. My other issue is that I'm scared that there might be so much of a Primal's Aether that the warding scales wouldn't be able to work. Those are my two biggest concerns right now. As you can see, this place is littered with the remnants of various types of War Machina. While my comrades and I have already recovered the tanks from the less damaged units, those that took more severe beating are harder to scavenge. We decided to save those for another time, time being now. Rather than prise them apart piece by piece, it would be quicker to remove the outer casing using compact explosives. With luck, we'll gain access to the tanks without rupturing them. Through the force generated by these devices is relatively weak, I would advise you stand well clear to avoid being hit by any sharp. Before even bothering though, you should check the Machina's ceruleum gauge to see if there's any left. It should still provide an accurate reading even when the unit itself is inactive. If the gauge is broken, I'll let you decide whether to use an explosive or not. If you need more, come to me. All right, so, you know, we're about to be gauging explosives. Understood. Let's get to work. All right, so we have a whole bunch of destroyed Magitech armor with me need to scavenge from. All right, so it's empty. I feel like one of them's gonna be a bait. One of them's gonna be empty, and then, I think that this one's gonna have fuel. Dang, it was empty. See, the one thing that I'm surprised they haven't had us do is do like a fetch quest, because there's still some Machina around, as we can see. All right. So this is the only one left that we can destroy that would have some. All right. Found some more ceruleum. We're doing a good job finding some from, you know, the tanks and everything. I also wish we could have went to like the tapers to find some more. We'll see what we can do. More explosives. Wait, is that what I think it is? Yeah, we're finding ceruleum, homie. You've done it again. Truly, luck is on your side. With this, we should be able to refuel quite a few of our heaters. Time we headed back. Wait here while I go see how Alpha O'Neill are doing. I don't know if I feel comfortable waiting. And this guy's been sitting here for a little while now. I hope this cutscene isn't too horrifying.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we?
Oh my god, that... Of course.
Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen.
Mm-hmm.
After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of us scouts follow you at a discreet distance.
All right.
We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside.
Fair enough.
When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place.
All right.
Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything. The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel.
Tower of Babel.
An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for.
You and your stealth tech.
Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
As I've been doing.
With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
We gotta love some stealth.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
Because we're the protagonists.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
All right. I hope it warps us to the station.
There you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Is that supposed to mean a lot?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile.
Because we're not savages.
It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
I know.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
We only got enough probably to last another night.
Lord Quintus!
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
What?
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
What?
The time for action is upon us.
What? Hello? Did I miss something?
My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
Hello? Okay. Whatever.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
Y'all best not be storming our camp, because we're about to clap some
I can only
cheeks.
speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question.
I genuinely think that they should have used it for heat and just taken more. But obviously,
Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Eulus spoke?
Eulus. Okay. Well, he's Julius now, but Eulus makes more sense.
Finished your war, Council?
Alphino and Alizé are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil.
So that's their game.
Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
Don't do it. Don't do it, homie.
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Everything will be all right. Have faith.
Get them out of here.
They just believe in us. We'll come back for you. I promise. That's so messed up of the Lord Quintus, but I guess that's just their best bet. All right, Halfano and Alize will be fine, providing they do not resist. We will accompany back to your camp, where I will meet with your leader and present Lord Quintus's demands. Before we depart, however, there's something I'd like to ask. Assuming your contingent complies, the supplies they surrender will need to be transported. That task falls to Legionnaires Marcellus and Octavia. We'll pilot the Magitech armor to your headquarters. You are to inform them that we are leaving shortly. Tell them to ask the Isle for further details in those words. Once you've seen to that, meet me at the end. Exit. Okay, let's go on ahead and talk to Octavia, who hates us, and Marcellinus. You again. Ask the Isle, he said. So that's to be the way of it. After all this. That has some... How ironic that you should be the one to deliver the news. If those are my orders, then so be it. For the glory, Garlemald. That's bugging me. Because if that's the case, then I think, What do you want with me? Ask the Isle. So Lord Quintus made a decision. I knew he would understand. That he would recognize the savage as a ruthless, merciless creature, and defeat them, we too must be uncompromising. I am ready. In the name of Emperor Varus, for the glory of Garlemald, I will fulfill my duty. That's concerning. But I'm guessing that they are going to make those magic armors like suicide bombs. There's, for lack of a better term, there's no way that that isn't what's going to go down. So I think for the sake of, I don't know. I don't know, I'm skeptical. Have you done as instructed? What do you mean by ask the Isle? I am not at liberty to divulge that. What I can say is this. You have no cause for concern if our demands are met. You and I are in this together now. Like it or not, we have to cooperate. There's one other matter. A place I'd like to visit on our way to your camp. It's a short walk from here. Follow me.